Today, Mr. Speaker, is not an ordinary day in Parliament. Today marks an important step in a journey that spans generations. Before I address the sessional order before this Honourable House, I wish to remind Parliament that the story of Bougainville did not begin with the referendum in 2019. It did not begin with the Bougainville Peace Agreement in 2001. And it did not even begin with the crisis of 1989. Mr. Speaker, the journey that brings us here today reaches back more than 140 years ago. Its origins can be traced to the colonial petitioning of the North Solomons in 1884 and the subsequent arrangements of 1886 and 1899, when foreign powers drew boundaries across Melanesia and separated peoples who had shared kinship, trade, culture, ancestry, and identity for countless generations. Long before Papua New Guinea became an independent nation, decisions concerning Bougainville were being made by distant colonial administrations. The people of Bougainville did not create those boundaries, Mr. Speaker. Those boundaries were imposed upon them. From that moment, a political question emerged that has remained unresolved throughout successive colonial administrations. Through Papua New Guinea's independence in 1975, through the North Solomons movement, through the Bougainville crisis, and ultimately through the Bougainville Peace Agreement. Mr. Speaker, for this reason, the Bougainville question is not fundamentally a dispute between Bougainville and Papua New Guinea. It is a colonial question. Neither Bougainville nor Papua New Guinea created this issue, Mr. Speaker. In many respects, both are inheritors of colonial legacies that has required wisdom, patience, and statesmanship to address. This is why Bougainville Peace Agreement stands as one of the greatest achievements in our nation's history. It transformed a colonial question into a constitutional process. It transformed conflict into dialogue and grievances into a democratic choice, Mr. Speaker. At the outset, I wish to acknowledge and commend my brother and colleague, the Honourable Manasseh Makiba, Minister of Bougainville Affairs, for faithfully discharging his constitutional responsibility in bringing this matter before Parliament, Mr. Speaker. Today is not the day Parliament decides the political future of Bougainville. Today is not the day Parliament votes on independence. Today is not the day Parliament accepts or rejects the referendum results. Today, Mr. Speaker, Parliament is being asked to determine the procedure through which that future decision will be considered. The matter before us is the sessional order, Mr. Speaker. The sessional order establishes the process, rules, and framework through which Parliament will later consider the substantive matters relating to Bougainville, Mr. Speaker. Let us first agree on the process. Let us first agree on the rules. Let us first agree on the pathway. That is the purpose of the sessional order. The Minister for Bougainville Affairs will subsequently table the Bougainville referendum result, the joint consultation report, and the Melanesian framework, Mr. Speaker. These are the substantive documents that Parliament will consider when the time comes to deliberate on Bougainville's political future. The people of Bougainville were given two constitutional pathways towards lasting peace. Question number one on the ballot paper was greater autonomy, and question number two was sovereign independence. And the people made their choice. An overwhelming 97.7 voted for sovereign independence. Whether one agrees with that outcome or not, no one can deny the legitimacy, the process through which the choice was expressed. History will judge this Parliament. Today, however, we are not deciding the destination. Today, we are agreeing on the road. Before we decide where this journey ends, let us first agree on how we will travel together. That is the purpose of the sessional order. That's why I support it. And Mr. Speaker, again, on behalf of my people of Bougainville, I appreciate and thank both leadership on both the national government and the ABG in ensuring that we are able to provide a provision in which we can now put the questions of our people and the journey that began 140 years ago into its final decision-making body, the House of Melanesian Chiefs. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.